Hey everybody, this is Yoga Fit or Yoga Fusion, however you like to see it. Today you'll need 2 blocks, a small Pilates ball, and light weights. If you don't have those props, it's okay. You can do the whole thing with nothing other than a floor. Ideally, the floor though is cushioned, so either a mat or carpet would also work. So today's class is going to have a good mix of some gentle movements, but it's also going to be really challenging in places. So if at any point it becomes a little too much, take your time, take it easy, come down, skip it, do what you need to do. Okay, let's get started in child's pose. Is the music too loud, guys? Okay. So in child's pose, I just want you to become comfortable and rest. And just notice how your body is feeling. Taking a deep breath in and exhale out. Deep breath in and exhale out. Deep breath in, exhale out. And one more time, deep breath in and exhale out. Coming to normal breathing. Transition into hands and knees for cat and cow. Going to relax the belly and look forward. You're going to keep the arms straight the entire time. We're trying to create a back bend here or extension. And then we're going to round the spine, creating flexion, pull the belly in, chin to chest. Inhale as you let that belly relax, look forward. And then exhale as you round through the spine. You want to pull the belly in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Coming through neutral, downward facing dog, curl your toes under, lifting your hips up. Keep a softness in your knees. That way you're not overstretching your hamstrings too early in class. Slowly lower back down, child's pose. Then come on down onto your elbows so you can lift your hands up and circle out your wrists. Creating giant circles, a little bit like a flamenco dancer would be. And release, stretch the arms forward. Allow your forehead to come down onto the mat. Downward facing dog. Shifting forward onto your hands, curl the toes under and lift your hips up and back. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, walk your feet, taking small steps forward to your hands. Flat back, pull the belly in, inhale. Forward fold, relax, exhale. Rise to stand, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, forward fold, exhale. Stepping back into plank, inhale. Lower down to your belly. You can come down to your knees first and lower with control. Lifting your head and shoulders for a low cobra. Feel the shoulder blades roll down onto the ribs towards your hip bones. And then lower your head back down. Child's pose, press yourself up. Hips come back towards your heels. We're going to take a side stretch, lift your head, walk your hands over to the right. We're looking to put the left hand as far onto the wood floor, onto the side of the mat as possible, creating a stretch, deep stretch through the rib cage. You may even feel a stretch in the lower back. You might feel it in the shoulder. Depending on where your tightness is will depend on where you're feeling it. And change. Other side. Coming back to center, downward facing dog, running through another Sun A salutation. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise, inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Plank, inhale. You can chaturanga if you're ready for it, or lower down to the knees and modify, exhale. Cobra, lifting head and shoulders to your degree. Maybe it's all the way up. Lower back down, exhale. Child's pose, inhale as you press yourself up. Sit the hips back down towards your heels and rest. And many times in yoga, we focus a lot on the physical poses and the physical workout and the stretching and the flexibility, mobility. But sometimes we also need to take a step and say, how does this affect our psychological well-being? Most of us are trying to achieve our best life. And so think about that throughout your practice today. Are you achieving it? If you're not, are you working towards it? And what are you doing to work towards it? Sometimes you'll find the answers right here. Downward facing dog. Bring your toes together. Lift the right leg high, opening up your hip and bend the knee. Feeling that stretch through the right front thigh and into the front abdomen. Straighten the leg and lower down to change legs. Left leg's going to come up high, opening up the hip, creating a little twist there, and then bending the knee. Left knee is bending, right leg is nice and long and straight, belly is in. Straighten the leg, lower back down, plank pose. Tighten up the thighs, tighten up the glutes, strong arms. And lower down to your belly. Swan dive, you're going to bring your hands back by your hips, lift everything high. Create a long neck. Toes are going to be pointed. And we're going to tap the heels together best you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it here. Bring the arms open to a T. Palms go up and down, creating rotation. Yes, all while still lifting your legs. Not easy. 4 more. 3, 2, and child's pose. Downward facing dog. This time, instead of walking your feet forward, you're going to walk your hands backwards to your feet and get your heels to come down. You're going to bend your knees a lot and try to get your stomach to rest on your thighs. Keep your fingertips down. So your bum is low. You should feel little thighs really working here. Bend those knees a lot. Bend them more. Get the butt down. We're not stretching. We are bending. Yes, arms are going to come open to a T. Yes, bend those knees more. That's right. You want your butt parallel to the floor. Look towards the mat, top of the mat, keeping the neck long. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Hands come down. He said, I'm mean today. Oh my God. Walk the hands forward into plank. In plank, you're going to lift your right leg up behind you. This is where we usually say, yay, plank. Change legs. and lower down to your belly once again. Alrighty, so this is what the exercise is going to look like. You're going to bend your right knee and you're going to reach like you're trying to tap the foot. Okay, so you're going to reach, lift up, tap the heel, and lower back down, reach the right arm forward. You can put the left hand underneath your shoulder for support. We're gonna do one side at a time. So move any of your props that's in your way out of the way. So right leg, lifting it up, bending the knee, tapping the heel or getting in the area, and then reaching back forward. Even if you don't make contact, that's okay. Here we go. Exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Only 2 more. Inhale, 4. Last one, 4, 5. Ooh, nice job. Change hands, change legs. So you're going to take that arm forward, you're going to lift your left leg, you're going to bend the knee, reach back, lift your head, and 1. It's not a twist, it's a straight back, 2. Breathing, 3. 4. And 5. Child's pose, but have your knees closer together. Because now we're going to round the spine, pulling the elbows in a little tighter towards the knees and full belly in round. Downward facing dog. You're going to make your way to standing because you're going to get your blocks. You don't have to use your blocks for this, but I think this really does help and makes it a little more accommodating. So you're going to bring the blocks right next to your feet. And if you don't use your block, that's fine. Your hands are going to go right next to your feet. And once again, right, the knees are bent, the stomach is on the thighs. You're going to step right foot back to lunge, control it. Try to keep your bum low, step forward, change legs into a lunge and step forward. All the while, belly is in, strong legs, strong core. The hands are just down for balance. I'm not trying to use my arms at all. If anything, I'm relaxing shoulders and arms. My hands are just on the blocks, or maybe the fingertips are on the blocks. Try to keep that contact of the belly and the thigh the whole time. Finish out your set and rise to stand. Ooh. Reaching the arms up overhead, inhale. Hands down by your side, exhale. You might get a little dizzy with that one, right? And we did a lot of restriction of blood flow in the hip joint, okay? And a lot of blood flow was going into this area, so it wasn't in this area, okay? Arm circles. You're gonna bring your right arm out to the side, turn, reach it, and lower down, that's 1. We're gonna do the other arm, left arm reaching up, turn, and lower, 1. Here we go, right arm reach, turn, and lower. Left arm reach, turn, and lower. Right arm reach, turn, and lower. Inhale left, exhale. 1 more set, inhale, exhale. Left arm, inhale, and exhale. All right, move your blocks off the mat. Let's flow through vinyasa. You're going to step back to plank pose. This time, let's see about doing a whole chaturanga. You can modify on your knees, but a chaturanga is nothing other than a low plank. You bend the elbows back towards your ribs. As you do that, you shift the weight forward. Then you're going to go into your cobra or your upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, curl the toes, lift the hips high. Right leg lifted high, bending the knee, stacking the hip. We're gonna warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Step that right foot and right. I like to replace the, like underneath my right hand, I lift up those fingers or lift up the palm, replace where my right hand is. And then bring that left heel down and rise up. Arms are gonna come up and then we're gonna cactus. We're gonna go a little bit lower than cactus so that we can create a back bend, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Now we're going to try to hold this position in the upper body. You're going to bend your knee a little bit more, and I bet you know what's going to happen next. Belly to thigh. Hinge forward, keep the knee bent. Belly touches thigh, flat back. Yes, yes, yes. Sing a song for me. Rise back up, reach up. Hands come down, standing split. Your left leg is going to come into the air. Plank pose, step back, control. Flowing through vinyasa, you can do the chaturanga, or you can also modify on the knees or lower all the way down to the belly. Exhale. Cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left leg, inhale, lift, bending the knees, stacking the hip, create that stretch. Step forward, warrior one, Virabhadrasana, replacing underneath the left hand. Spin heel down. Rise. Bending the elbows, cactus, but a little lower. Back bend. All right, bend that left knee a little bit more. Bring the belly to touch the thigh. Feel that left hip pull back. Hang out here and sing a song with me. Yeah, it's karaoke yoga. Anybody got a song? No songs, okay. Rise back up. Oh, it's so hard to do. Hands come down, standing split, shift the weight forward onto that left foot, lift the right leg high. Plank pose, inhale. Vinyasa here, chaturanga. Exhale. Cobra. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Land in plank. Lift your right leg. You're going to do plank down dog all while lifting the right leg off the floor. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Down dog. Keep that right leg up. Here we go. Inhale, plank. Keep it up. Exhale. Oh, inhale. Exhale. One more time. Breathe. 4 on the side. Change legs. Land in plank. Left leg. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Child's pose. Yeah, child's pose. Come down onto your elbows so you can circle out those wrists once again. Bird dog. Here's where you're going to use one of your light weights. So go ahead and get your weight set up on the left side. You're going to put it in your left hand. You're in tabletop, hands and knees. You're going to extend the right leg behind you. Flex, tighten the thigh, make it straight. Lift it up just a bit. Keep the stomach strong. And then your left arm, best you can, reach it forward. Strong right arm, strong shoulder, relaxed face. Living your best life right now. And rest. Other side. Here we go. Left leg, lift it up strong. Right arm, lift. Breathe. Smile. So fun. And rest. Oh, down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bring your toes and knees to touch, Utkatasana chair pose. So our chest is going to come up a little higher for this. Squeezing the inner thighs. We're going to do chair twist. Now we're not going to hold this twist. We're going to make it an exercise. So hands come to heart center. Take a breath in. On your exhale, turn to the right, tap the left elbow down. Bend those knees a lot. Coming back up, lift up, inhale, twist to the left. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale and twist. Inhale, center. Exhale and twist. Ah, yes. Inhale, center. Exhale and twist. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Rise to stand. Interlace the fingers, steeple. So your first finger is straight up, side bend. I want you to tighten the thighs, tighten your booty, pull the belly in, reaching over to the right, side bend, hips move to the left. Keep the legs straight, tight, glutes tight, belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side, retighten the legs, retighten the glutes, belly in, up and over to the left, hips move to the right. Stopping when you feel the resistance. 5, 4, 3, 2, coming back to center. Keep the arms up. You're going to step the right foot forward. You're going to step onto it and come up onto the back of the toes on the left foot. We're going to move into warrior 3. Try to keep the hands in this position, right next to your ears. Lift the leg. Maybe this is all you do. But if you can teeter-totter down into a T for Tom, please do. Go to your level. We'll do this twice. Then come back up. You're going to step backwards. So bring that left foot back, step back, and land. Arms come down for a break. Other side, reach the arms up, interlace the fingers, steeple, first finger straight up to the ceiling. You're going to point your left foot forward. You're going to step onto that left foot and lift your right heel. From here, lift the leg, and then start the teeter-totter. And slowly come back up, step back, control, arms come down by your sides. Bring your toes to touch. We're going to do chair, but the arms are going to go forward. Squeeze the knees together, bend the knees. Now, a lot of times in chair, you're in your heels, yes? We're going to transfer the weight to the toes, moving into a drinking bird. So we're going to shift the weight forward onto the balls of the feet. We're going to reach the hands back behind to counter, lift the heels, see if you can balance on the balls of your feet with your heels lifted as high as you can. Get breathe. Lower the heels, rise to stand, interlace the fingers, steeple, side bend to the right. Tight thighs, tight glutes, belly in. Come to center, side bend to the left. Come to center, right foot, steps forward, step onto it, lift the back heel. Lift the toe, hinge. See if you can keep the hands and arms and ears contact. Maybe you go a little further this time. Rising back up, you're going to step backwards, step back, and hands come down by your sides. Here we go. Hands up. Left foot steps forward. Lift the back heel, lift the back leg, and teeter-totter. Breathe. Slowly come back up and step backwards. And hands down, shoulder rolls. Whew. All right, we're going to straddle the mat for wide-legged forward fold. We're going to clasp the hands behind the back. So go ahead and turn towards the TV wall. Open the legs to your level, wide, toes straight forward, parallel. Clasp the hands behind, squeeze the shoulder blades together, draw the knuckles down, and inhale. And as you forward fold, exhale. Knuckles draw towards the ceiling. Slowly rise back up. Goddess. So you're going to turn your toes out, maybe shorten the stance if you were really wide. Bend your knees, open them wide. We're going to do the around the world. So you're going to bring your hands into Mickey Mouse ears, so fingertips touching the temples. You're going to bring the right elbow to touch down to your right thigh or knee area. Then you're going to bring your head down low, looking for your mat between your feet. Then bring the left elbow to the left knee thigh area, opening back up, and then coming back to center. And then we're going to go the other direction. Elbow, left elbow touches knee. Bring the head way down to the floor. Keep your knees in the same position. Right elbow to right knee, opening back up and coming back up. One more round for you guys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go whichever way feels right to you. Full round all the way. And then back the other direction. Everything slow, controlled, and fluid. Then we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. Straighten the legs. Turn your toes parallel. Clasp the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, tight thighs, and forward fold. Make your way back up. Bring the feet together, shake it out, and turn back to face the front. So we're going to do the Bikram style tree. So in a typical yoga class, you might do a tree that looks like this, because I hold onto the bar, right? The foot onto the inner thigh, knee goes out. For this one, you're going to grab a hold of the right shin with the right hand, and then the left hand is going to hook underneath the foot. From there, I'm going to bring it into my hip crease and allow the knee to drop down to the floor. You can keep holding onto the foot, or you can let go. Bring your hands into heart center. So you want to have the hand go this way and the foot like that. So my fingers, my fingernails, if I'm looking at you, I can see your fingernails. Okay, see what you can do. The idea is to eventually have the knee down towards the floor. Don't force it. Don't make anything happen that is not going to be right for you, but that's where the goal is. You can always hold on if needed, especially since this might be new for most of you, and release. Let's try the other side. Yep. 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 And if you grab your shin with your left hand, with the other left, yep, grab your shin here, right? Down here by the ankle, pull it up. That will allow you to get that hand underneath. Right. You're trying to get underneath the side of the foot here. Yes. So come to the wall. Guys, change legs. Let's do it again. Put your butt on the wall. Put your butt on the wall. You're going to bring your right leg up, hold here. Okay. Yep. So I got like the shin area. Yep. Then you're going to pull it across. Okay. And take this hand like this. Okay. Like that. And that's how you're holding on down. And I even bring that finger underneath. And you want that down. Oh. Oh my. Oh my. And change legs. Yes. Is the higher up in this hip crease, the better. And not up here, but like, see, so basically, like, you see how my thigh creates, there's an indentation there. I'm trying to get it in that indentation because this part of the thigh will help hold the foot up. And eventually let go. right? But depends. I've got 2 slip of pants on, I think, to let go. But you've got to be able to stand up tall, right? And sometimes the foot slides a little bit. I mean, I've got 2 slip of pants on. I got slickers. You what? This is the Bikram style, and eventually with this standing leg straight as well. Yeah, yes, of course. But of course, that's the Bikram style, guys. Welcome to Bikram yoga. All right. You guys done even Stevens? I hope. We're going to come back down to hands and knees. Isn't it feel good? It's a really nice stretch. So it's similar to, like, you know, when you lie on your back and you do the figure 4 and you push open the knee, that's kind of like the motion that's being created. It's just a little bit more intense. And since you guys are all super beasts at doing this tree, you could do this and stand there all day. You got to start changing things up, right? Changing even that hip makes it a little more challenge. And by putting your butt on the wall, gives you that stability to get the foot up high enough. And then once you feel like, okay, I think I can do it, I can stand up, I can push myself up, and even just keep holding the foot for a while. Okay, because that also takes some strength. You're actually trying to hold it up. All right, hands and knees, guys. All right, next up, we're going to do hands and knees. We're going to do floor bow. So you're going to bend your right knee. You're going to grab a hold of that ankle, your right ankle, with your left hand. So opposite hand. You're going to bring the knee further back behind you so you can flatten out your spine and begin to kick back. It feels a little bit like dancer pose. And then lower down. Child's pose, of where real quick break between. And then other side. You're going to hands and knees. You're going to kind of bring that foot over across so you can grab a hold of your left foot with your right hand, whichever way feels best to you. And then kicking back and up towards the ceiling. And release. Child's pose. All right, we're going to come up to kneeling. So if you've got a super thin mat, you might want to kind of bulk up your mat because you're going to be on your knees. Okay. Now what you're going to do here is we're going to step 1 foot forward and bring it back. But when you step forward, I want you to feel like you're shifting the weight, bringing the leg out to the side, stepping forward, bring it out to the side, creating like a circle or semicircle, and bring it back down. And then the other side. The slower, the better. You can lean a little bit here, guys. I'm all good with a little lean and lift and a little lean. Yep. Just be careful if you got your foot, if your mat's folded up, that you don't trip up on it. So really, you got to tuck it up under well. Hard not to go fast. So a little lean to the side and a little tilt to the side will help. And what this does is this works on your balance and your hip strength and your core strength without using your feet. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's really hard. And those that are maybe finding this to be easy, the next thing you can do once you get the foot forward is then do like a little curl lift, lower down, uncurl, and then go slow again. Control. So you're basically rising up into like a crescent type position or a split squat, and then slowly control it back. Okay, you can make this rise up and slow too. You do that slow as well. All right. Nice job. All right, finish out your set, and then you're going to sit back onto your heels. I'm also going to invite you to curl the toes under to get a stretch in the bottom of the feet. I can't sit my hips back. I go like this. I can get my hips maybe to there, but I can't sit up. But if you can get your head and chest and sit up onto the back of your heels, more power to you. But this is where I stop and stay. Meaning your knees are going to stay down and you just be upright like this. It's too much pressure on my balls of feet. If you want the curled toes under and then sit your butt to your heels and then sit up onto them. It's too much for my feet though. Oh yes, it's a intense stretch in the balls in the toe joint. Okay, so that's why I can't sit up there like that. It's too much. But this is good. I'm at least getting the stretch and getting that. All right, nice job. Now down dog should feel like a piece of cake. Here we go, lift it up and pedal out those feet, bending right and left. Plank, side plank. Shift forward, widen your stance so you can spin both heels over to the right. Get the knife edge of your foot and the inner arch of the left foot on the floor. Left arm in the air. And then slowly roll through center, rolling on those ball mounts that we just stretched out. Getting both heels down on the mat and lifting the right arm. Coming back to center. One more time. I know it's so mean today. Lifting the arm up. Just so mean. And come back to center. And don't hang on. Well, some days I am more intense, I will have to admit. Coming back to center, but I did warn you at the beginning. Come on down to your belly. Floor, is it? See, now, she said it's 70 degrees now. Look at that, so it works. So now I'm gonna look like a fool because Lane's coming at 9:15. Dang. All right, bend your knees, grab a hold of your feet. Well, I went through all the settings and just looked at them all. And kick back, floor bow, Dhanurasana. That's all I did. That's all I did. And then now it's working, so I don't know. And rest. Child's pose. Bring your knees closer together for this child's pose. Bring your elbows close to your knees as we're going to working towards a rabbit. Going to pull the belly button in and round the spine. Now, if you know you have no bulging discs whatsoever, then you can grab a hold of the heels and really lift up. Otherwise, just pull the belly button in, that's enough. You really don't want to overdo this if you have bulging discs. And I'm going to tell you, most people have some slight bulge. Just you're grounding, stretching out your lower back. But if you have bulging discs back there, you don't want to go into the full rabbit. The full rabbit, you're holding onto your heels, both heels, and you're going to lift your hips up, bringing the top of the head. You're trying to create even more stretch through there. It's great if you have spinal stenosis, but most people have bulging discs and need more back bending than they do this rounding. But this always feels good. You're really trying to tuck the chin in, bringing the nose as close to your knees as possible, with your hips as low as possible, unless you're doing rabbit, then the hips are high. And release. Nice job. Come onto your back. Happy baby. Grab a hold of your feet and go wide. And then feet are going to go wide on the floor for windshield wipers. So placing your feet onto the wood floor outside your mat. And then gently, slowly control rolling the knees from side to side. Just allowing them to hang. Try not to force or push anything down. The knees do not have to touch. It's okay. If they do touch, that's fine as well. And then heel toe your feet together. You're going to need to sit back up and get your block and your ball for your final pose. If this one works for you, I will show it to you and you can decide for yourself. This is supported fish with ball and block. So you're going to bring the ball behind, right in the middle, like right at the lower end of your ribs. Okay, so it's not my lower back and it's not up here at my neck. I bring it back here, right in the middle of the back. I'm going to lie onto it. I want to make sure it feels like it's right in the center. Now you can do this with a block behind your head. I put it behind the head and lower the head down. But if you're really flexible, I'm really flexible, I can do it without the block. I can remove the block and let the back of my head come down onto the floor. Arms can be where they feel best to you. I kind of like a cactus arm in this, but some people prefer the arms at a V or down by the sides. Your legs can stay bent or you can straighten them out. Either way, your hips are down on the floor. And breathe. This is your Shavasana today. If this is not comfortable, please remove everything and just lie flat. Small movements with your fingers and your toes. And if you are in the supported fish, you're going to bring your hands to your head, back of the head to help lift your head up. You're going to bring your arms down to the mat, help push yourself up to seated. And you're going to cross your legs, easy seat, Sukhasana. Guys, it was a pleasure to work with you today. So glad you all came. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Thank you, thank you.